Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing bookish things. I don't know what the title is going to be, but it's basically going to be in the midst of that. I'll be showing you guys like what I'm reading, and also probably going to try to start a book journal. Obviously I have a book journal, but I left it in Melbourne, so I'm probably going to try to do some book journaling on my writing journal. So we're just gonna start. My battery's actually, I think it's running low, so I need to kind of be fast. I've been coming back to my Kindle. I haven't been using my Kindle in the longest time. I have trouble like recharging it because it ran out like for quite some time. I think I didn't charge it for like 6 months, which is bad. Don't do that because you're gonna struggle trying to get back on. But I did it, and now I'm reading a book there. I'm gonna try to grab it. I am reading Stalking Jack the Ripper. I also changed the Kindle like cover to the recent books that I'm reading, which is so much nicer than like the normal Kindle cover ads. So far this is so good. I'm actually kind of like close to finishing. I have like 3 hours left. This is a very long series and I've heard amazing things, especially about the main guy character, which I'm really excited to get into. And it's really fast paced. It's really like engaging and like a lot of action is going on. It's about like these two main characters and they kind of like dug into serial killers. And then I also have another book that I'm planning to start. This is the book. It's The Atlas 6 by Olive Blake, and the battery's running out, but I'm gonna be reading this next. So that's the whole update. I'm probably gonna have to charge my camera first and we're gonna start filming the whole video. So it's 8:21 at night and I didn't really film anything. I read kind of like a lot and it's so far really enjoyable, but I'm not like entirely obsessed with it. Right now I haven't been reading, but I've been watching, I'm obsessed with her, Sarah Caroli. So I've known her for a long time and I used to watch her videos back then when I was like really obsessed with books, but then I wasn't like obsessed with her. But now for some reason she became such a comforting YouTuber and I just love her so much, and I've been binge watching her videos and I love the fact that her videos are very long. It's like 40 minutes to an hour long. Now I'm watching her fall vlog and I just love her so much. I feel like she's one of my comfort YouTubers now. It's really hard for me to find like comfort YouTubers, especially when it comes to books. Like I get so picky for some reason. Obviously my #1 comfort book YouTuber, or like YouTuber that also talks about books, that also loves reading books, is tbrs. That's like everybody's comfort YouTuber. So yeah, I've been like jotting down some of her book recommendations and I'm probably going to continue watching her, or I'm probably going to start reading my Kindle again, because again I really want to finish it and just read as many books as I can before the year ends. So I still track my books in Goodreads. I haven't been that good with my reading goals since last year. I didn't reach my reading goals last year and I didn't reach my reading goals this year. I am 26 out of 40 books this year. I feel like if I really dedicate myself to reading I might, but then that's kind of stretching because it's like a lot of books and I don't think I can actually reach 40 books this year. But I'm not gonna force myself. I'm gonna read as much as I can at my own pace. So yeah, I'm really happy that I actually read so much this month, because I don't know, I was on a grind, and I think with like the holidays coming in and the fact that I have like a 3-month break from university, I feel much more at ease to actually read books. I feel like a few months back when I was in Melbourne, I was really stressed with school and like with exams, that I feel like reading is like a waste of time and that I'm just like not using my time productively. But now I feel like I find a balance with reading, and I realize that reading is actually better than like scrolling on your phone, scrolling through TikTok and Instagram and any forms of social media. That's just like so much worse, but I don't know why I used to think that that's better than reading. But yeah, I'm really proud of the amount of books that I've read this month. I'm probably gonna do a reading wrap up. I don't know if I'm gonna include it in this video or I'm gonna do like a separate video. I'm actually freaking out. They've never even like shown any sign of affection, and the guys already said something like this. What the hell? I've been so bad at reading the book. I don't know, my parents kept asking me to do a bunch of things, so I never really got the chance to like really sit down and read. I did read a little while I was in the car earlier, as you guys can see, but I don't think I read that much. And also right now I haven't been feeling that great with this book. Whenever I read it, I just don't get into or like submerged into the world, so sometimes it just feels like I'm reading but not understanding what's really happening. So now I'm having doubts into continuing the second book, and hopefully I can actually finish the book by tomorrow. So yeah, that's the overall update. I'm gonna read more tonight and I'm gonna film it, and I'm also thinking of making a document full of like the books that I want to print out for my book journal, so that's what I'm gonna do tonight as well. So I've been basically trying to find TBR books that I really want to read. I'm kind of running out of books. Like, I don't want to just like read any book that people recommend. I want to read books that I think I would genuinely enjoy. So far I have Daisy Heights, which is a part of the Magnolia Parts series. I'm not that obsessed with the first book. It's actually really enjoyable, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed the overall plot, but the reason that I haven't read the second book is because I'm not like entirely obsessed with the first book. So I'm gonna give the second book a try, and I'm probably not gonna buy the physical book because it's really thick and it's huge. So I'm just gonna read it through my Kindle. And then the second book I have is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. It's a part of a duology, and I'm obsessed with the first book. I love the couple so much, and I think the first book kind of ended in a cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to like see what's going on. And then we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. We have Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorina. This is a 3-book series, and I don't know, I feel like I love books with couples that just bonds over like trauma and just like has this really deep sense of connection. That's where I get really attached with the characters, so hopefully this book does it for me. And then I have Checkmate by Ailey Hazelwood, another just like fun, like a contemporary romance kind of book, as a palate cleanser between all these other like heavy fantasy or like heavier book topics. And then lastly I have Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, and I've been wanting to get into this series because I've heard amazing things about it, but I'm too scared because it's a long series and I'm just scared that it won't live up to the hype, but I'm actually just gonna give it a chance and see how it goes. So I'm currently using one of the newer MacBooks, so it doesn't have like a plug, like a USB plug, so I can't plug it to my printer. But I have another MacBook, which is like an old one. It's like the MacBook Air, and it's really small, and that one has a USB plug, so I'm probably gonna have to print using that laptop, but then I'm gonna do all the editing here because that one's like really old and really slow, and I just hate doing stuff there. It infuriates me because it just can't get anything done, and the battery's like so horrible. Yeah, I feel like I'm done. I'm kind of like tired searching for books that I want to read because I haven't been watching a lot of like book videos on like YouTube and stuff, so I'm not really like up to date with like the recent trends of like books. And I also haven't been watching a lot of like book videos on TikTok as well. There hasn't been like any popping up on my FYP. I think a few years back my whole FYP is books, but now it's like not even once, so that's kind of sad. But yeah, we're gonna read our Kindle now. Hopefully I can like read for an hour or more because I'm like really close to finishing this, but I just cannot seem to read, and I am like 63% in. It's the next day and I have a really exciting book update. So I finally finished Stalking Jack the Ripper. I just finished it earlier. I went to the salon and I cut my hair. As you guys can see, it's actually like a little shorter. I didn't really request for like a short length. I just wanted layers and just like to make my hair like more fresh. I think it took like almost 2 hours with like the haircut and like the curling and everything. So I have a lot of time to kill, and so I'm just reading my Kindle the whole way through, and I finally finished it. To be very honest, I think I'm just gonna rate it like 3 stars. Like the book is just really normal and meh to me. Like nothing crazy is like happening, and I'm not that obsessed with the characters, with the plot line. I'm not that attached to them either. I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna be continuing the series. I was thinking of like reading the second book, but then after reading the first book, I just don't think it's for me. I don't know, but I just don't think I'll actually enjoy it. Just like by the way that the author writes the book, I don't think it's my taste, but obviously it's still really entertaining. The fact that I was able to finish the book in like a short amount of time, less than a week, is like good enough for me. Like I actually thoroughly enjoyed the book, and it's not like I was flipping the pages and just like wanting this to end. Like no, I was thoroughly entertained, but then it's just not something that I get invested in, so I'm not going to continue the series, but it's fine. And now I'm reading a book on my phone because I don't know why I kind of struggled downloading it on my Kindle. I don't know what's wrong, but I just haven't been able to send the book to my Kindle. And the book is actually pretty short. It's like only 270 pages long, so I decided to just like read on my phone. And besides, it's like really convenient because I can just like bring my phone anywhere and I can just like read it, and I feel like I'll finish this really quickly. So I'm reading Powerful, which is the second, not the second book, but it's like the epilogue. I don't know what to call it, but it's a continuation from the first book, Powerless, by Lauren Roberts. And if you guys know me, I am obsessed with that book. It is so good. I love the romance, I love the characters, I love the plot and the banters, and it really reminded me a lot of Hunger Games. So the main character in the first book is Pei and Kai, and I just love them so much. They are my favorite fantasy couples, and I just really like want to reread the book someday. I've highlighted and annotated a bunch of things, and I really wanted to like go back to it and just like relive the world again. So the book that I'm currently reading is like basically kind of like a smaller continuation of the book. There is a second book, but this one's like in between. I thought it was going to be about Pei and Kai, which are the main characters in the first book, but no, it's about the side characters, Pei's best friend Andrea, I think, and this guy named Makito or something. I don't know if he's like Japanese. I am only 86 pages in, and guys, I am obsessed with the book. I don't expect to be obsessed. I had really like low expectations for this one because I thought it was just like kind of like an epilogue, and it's like a really short book, and I wasn't expecting much from it. I just wanted like a quick read for me to actually like get more motivated to like read books. But I'm obsessed. From the very first chapter that I read, I was like already invested. It's about Andrea and Makito's like kind of romance. So far I've seen a lot of like banters and tension between the both of them, and I just love them so much as characters. I feel like Lauren Roberts is very good at writing about her characters. The fact that I'm still at the very start and I'm like obsessed with them already, and like from the first book, I barely know anything about them. Like they're not even like the main characters. They're not talked about a lot. So like coming to this book, I was like, who are they? And I need to kind of like recall my memory. But then I felt so attached to them. It's like insane. And I feel like I could finish it either today or tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, I love it so much, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a 5-star, or at least 4. After finishing this book, I'm probably going to start on my physical book. I want to like, you know, balance out ebooks and physical books so that I won't feel guilty of like reading stuff on my Kindle and just like leaving my physical TBR behind. And I also have this one quote that I really love. I'm just like screaming inside, and I just love them so much. It's only then that I take my first deep breath since meeting her. She is an intoxicating sort of exhausting, like running until you've lost your breath but enjoying the feeling all the while. And I feel as though I've been sprinting for days. Even worse, I fear that I am in fact beginning to enjoy her. What a terrifying realization to admit one's admiration for another. My standards are like... And we have another one. There is not a single cynical thought to deny the fact that she may be the most beautiful woman I've ever had the pleasure of laying eyes on. Like, what the fuck? If a man does not act this way towards me, like, bye, like, he's gone. She's intimidatingly peaceful, a contradiction in itself, and I almost want to despise her for it because I fear that there is a chance that I may begin to enjoy her. So yeah, I am obsessed with Makito. Hopefully I'm not spelling his name wrong because I feel like I've been spelling his name wrong this whole time. It's Makoto. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's that. That's the whole update. And also, I recently bought a customized hair clip, and it's the cutest thing ever. So basically, I just put in my name, Claire, and I requested a light pink gem with this like white marble base, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, look at how cute this is, and it just feels so personal. I feel like this is also like a really great gift for you to give to like someone. I don't know why I've been obsessed with like hair clips, with like pretty and like aesthetic hair clips, but and it clips your hair so nicely. It's like strong and it's not heavy, and it's just so convenient. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this because I don't have anything to do, which is really exciting, and I haven't felt this way over a book in a long time, so I definitely recommend you guys reading this. It's late at night, he's about to go to sleep, and someone knocks at his door, and guess who? It's the girl, and she's crying, and she hugs him while crying, and he's comforting her. I need like a longer book for them. Like, I am obsessed with them. She falls into me, wrapping thin arms around my bare waist before pressing a tear-stained face into my skin. Gonna put like the quote on the screen. It's the next day and I finished the book. Turns out I kind of forgot like a really major plot that happened in the first book. I ended up rating it 4 out of 5 stars. It was really short, but it was really good, and I don't know, finishing it just makes me feel empty, so I don't want to talk about it. I'm honestly like really sad. But yeah, so the thing is, I really want to start my book journal, but then there has been problems with the printer, so I don't think I'm gonna be starting my book journal anytime soon. I'm probably just gonna read more books. But this is the very last book that I'll be starting, and I don't think I'll be finishing it in this video. Now I am starting this book, as I promised to you guys earlier. Also, this is the bookmark that I've been using. I actually found this again after a long time of like losing it or like forgetting this exists. I basically made this from scratch. If you guys know, like, I think during the COVID days, resin is like really popular. I'm really proud that I actually made this. So I just added some gold flakes and some marbling effect. Yeah, this is the last book that I'll be starting in this video, and I'm really happy with the amount of books that I read in this video.